Hey, this is Elizabeth O'Brien from English Grammar Revolution, the website that teaches English grammar the easy way through sentence diagramming. And you are looking for a list of adverbs, so that is what I'm going to give you. Before we look over the list of adverbs, let's just have a quick refresher on what adverbs are. So adverbs are words that describe or modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. They tell us how, when, where, to what extent, and why. These questions right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 5 questions are called the adverb questions. And if you find a word in a sentence and it answers one of these questions, that word is an adverb. That will help you identify adverbs in sentences. So, first, let's look over some adverbs that tell us how. And how adverbs typically end in ly. They're probably the ones that are the easiest to spot. And here is just some examples of adverbs that tell us how. We've got absent-mindedly, briskly, cheerfully, extravagantly, gracefully. You can look at some of the other ones right here. Basically, all of these are going to tell us how something happened. So, if I said, the man walked briskly, you could say, how did the man walk? Briskly. Briskly answers how he walked. So it would be modifying a verb in that example. Here, if we scroll down the page, are some adverbs that tell us when. After, afterwards, annually, before, daily, never, now, then, today, tomorrow, weekly, when, yesterday. All of those tell us when. Notice that even the actual word when is an adverb. It seems kind of funny, but the word when is an adverb. And we can scroll down a little more and find adverbs that tell us where. Where is another of the adverb questions. So, where? Abroad, anywhere, away, everywhere. You can read the rest of these right here. And then we have adverbs that tell us to what extent. To what extent did something happen? Extremely. Not. This one is kind of funny, but negatives like the word not and never, those are adverbs. We've got quite, rather, really, terribly to, and very. And then I give you some examples here of comparative and superlative adverbs. So comparative adverbs, you use that form of an adverb when you're comparing two things. And when you use the superlative form, that's when you're talking about more than two things. So you could say badly, things went badly. If you were just comparing two situations, you could say worse. This was worse than that. And if you're comparing more than two, you would use the superlative form, which would be worst. It was the worst of all of them. Now, one thing that will help you understand adverbs is if you learn how to diagram them. Sentence diagramming is totally awesome. And so seeing a list of adverbs is a great way to learn what an adverb is, but sentence diagramming can teach you a little bit more about what an adverb does. So here is a little sentence diagram that will show us what adverbs do. Here we have an adverb modifying an adjective. You can tell it's modifying this adjective because it's coming on a line right off of the adjective. This may look a little bit funny if you've never seen a sentence diagram before, but basically a sentence diagram is just a visual way to show how the parts of a sentence are related to each other. So the subject of your sentence goes over here, the verb goes over here, and in this particular sentence we have a predicate adjective that I've written in there for you. That only happens when you have a linking verb. But you don't need to know all that right now. Basically, you can just tell that it's easy to see what adverbs do when you look at them as a sentence diagram. This adverb right here is modifying this verb. How do you know that? Well, look, it's coming right off of this line from the verb. And this adverb right here is modifying another adverb. It's coming off of a line right from that adverb. So from this diagram, you can tell that adverbs modify verbs, they modify adjectives, and they modify other adverbs. If you want more information on adverbs and grammar, go to English Grammar Revolution, and you'll find in this lovely little nav bar over here, there is a section called Word Lists. There you will find not only a word list of adverbs, but also all the other parts of speech. So nouns, pronouns, verbs, all 8 parts of speech are right here. I also have a section on the parts of speech that gives you information about each of the parts of speech. So if you actually wanted to learn a little bit more about adverbs, I have a page called What is an Adverb? And right on that page I will tell you everything you need to know about adverbs. And I also have some exercises, and these exercises go through basic sentence diagramming. You can order them, as you see with this button right here. You can purchase them if you want, but most of the information is also just on the website for free. So I give you, you can see right here, I have 5 example sentences. I give you a little lesson on sentence diagramming, and then you use these 5 sentences to diagram. And then I have the answers down here at the bottom. So if you want more information, come check out my website, English Grammar Revolution, and join the revolution. Learn English grammar the easy way with sentence diagramming.